They know that they need me when I talk. They have to hear me, and then they know. They say, okay, this is the guy that we need that can beat Trump because he wants to be the best. He already proved it with his flying his drone. He worked at Boston Market at the age of 16. By the time he was an 18-year-old kid, he ran that Boston Market and had middle-aged men working for him.
Damn.
Without a degree, without anything.
Right.
That's me. That's the story of your happy healer.
Wow.
That I'm exceptional in humanity. I work very hard to be who I am. And that's why I'm running for president, because I know that the Democrats need a winner to win, and that I can discuss and I can communicate with people. That's the other gift I have.
Wow.
It's been a long time since we had a real communicator in the White House. And so my role, as I see it, is the happy healer, to actually inspire people and to bring them up, because we're in such horrible times and we have to show a nation and give them a reason to live. Right now, most people, they're depressed and they like this war. And they're buying into the hell that the both sides are feeding them, and they're riding us straight into a war. And so I don't want that war. The civil war we're in now, the soft one, it's already gotten bad enough, and we need to pull towards unity. Unity has to be our number one priority, and we need a real American, somebody that has the purity of the American experience, somebody from down here, not way up there, that's just one of those condescending candidates. We need somebody like that to run, win, and to defeat Donald Trump. Otherwise, all of those pre-programmed candidates that know nothing but of just how to lose, they're going to lose, and they're going to make 2016 part 2. Whereas if your happy healer gets in there, then we not only win, but we have unity. We bring the Republicans with us, and with that unity, finally, we can get health care for all, and we can get all the things we ever wanted in that way, which is what I want. Income for all. $5,000 monthly allowance, and for a head of household, $2,500. Oh yes, we can do it. We have to make that investment into the people. That's what this campaign is.
How are you going to pay for it, though?
We're paying for that by printing money, just like they did when they had the crisis in 2008. And then what did they do? They printed that money. Was there any kind of runaway inflation? Absolutely not. We swallowed it up. We hardly even felt it. But yet they gave all that money to the banks. We're going to make the same investment, but this time for the American people. And unlike when you give it to the banks, you're actually creating value and stock in humanity. And you watch just how that translates. All people will be happier. That will translate into the American dollar being the strongest it's ever been by investing finally into the one thing that matters most. We take that strength and we sell into the future, and we get this technological future here now. We usher it in with the same energy that we brought the atomic bomb in. We can bring in a new technological age now, and anything short of that, we won't be able to meet our needs, such as global warming. There's some people that believe this world is going to be ending in 12 years. Well, they need to be thinking about their happy healer then, because I'm the only one that's talking about bringing in a new technological age and having the unity to get it done, to bring in the Republicans. And they want this too, because we have a sound judgment, sound call for humanity. And many people who voted for Trump are just like me. They wanted health care for all. Trump promised that in the initial election. He failed to deliver on that. I can hold him accountable to that, rather than they want to hold him accountable to Russia, something Trump is winning on. And me, I am the Trump Russia collusion, get out of jail free card, because I was against it from the start. Democrats, that is your gift by bringing me on board. I mean, is there even it's just so clear. None of these guys could represent the Democratic Party like your happy healer for president. And we'll do so much more. We'll inspire a nation, and we'll bring the people who love God together with the people who just love life. That's right. It's time. The people of America are tired of being frustrated, and they're so pissed off. They don't know which direction they're headed into, because essentially all sides are beating us straight off a cliff, and it's time to change this country for the good. And that's the happy healer candidacy. Now, are you going to tell me that Mayor Pete possesses the leadership to be an inspirational leader? I think not. And if you want a gay boy, it just so happens that your happy healer for president is also gay. So he brings to the table with him also a certain amount of progressiveness that everybody is looking for. He loves God. He brings to people who love God.
Right.
He actually voted for Trump. He does not hate anybody. He just brings love.
Aye. That's good, man.
I think I got the right sell for the American people for the right time. See, so if you get onto this campaign, you're involved in that instead of out eating.
Right.
That's a much healthier life, man.
I know.
It's a much, much healthier life. So I'll be buying that tour bus. We're going to get known by the American people so that they have this life that we've been promised so many years,
Right.
have not been delivered to. We've been told before the 2000s that this new millennium would bring in a new technological age that came but left the American people behind. We're not going to do that game, you see. We're actually going to make the investment into the American people, and we're going to be better off for it.
Right.
We're not going to let our future be robbed by other nations like China, who are actually stepping up and taking that technological future seriously, while America's too busy fighting its civil war.
Right.
It's insane.
Yeah, I know.
So that's the Happy Healer candidacy. You guys need to get on board, and I shall see you soon. One thing I have always done through all of my life is I have proved people wrong. And I'll continue doing that. This situation now is no different. I will continue proving people wrong.
Right.
People will sell me short. I'll sell them with love. And I'll say, the way we're going to win is by uniting this country and by getting beyond our differences and by realizing that we have more in common with each other than we do against each other. And that by having anything against one another with the confines of the very narrow future that we have to work within these confines or fail. And we're too busy fighting our civil war. We're like a child trying to make it through a kitchen dinner table, not able to reach the top, reaching for ice cream, okay? What we need to be is disciplined parents showing how to get it done. We're acting like we're children.
Right.
And what's happening? Our kids are growing up in a very evil world. They're becoming school shooters. They're becoming
Right.
hostile. That hostility comes from somewhere. Where does it come from? People say they've never seen these shootings before. Well, of course, that's because America's never had this much hate for so long.
Right.
Now we've got all this hate. We're making our own homegrown terrorism.
Right.
We're developing it. In every nation where there's this extreme civil hostility between their people, and you have sometimes it's religious based, in ours it's actually caused artificially by our leaders. It's because people know and they're so frustrated they should be having a better life, and that for some reason things aren't coming together. That's why we need our happy healer. Make no question. I'm going to be happy no matter what. I have figured out certain living tactics that just work great. But, you know, this country, it's not going to be happy no matter what.
Right. Damn, that's a lot of fucking cards, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, the bottom line is, dude, it's like this. People are going to have a choice to make. And they're going to have to decide whether they want to be in a country that is ultimately at war with one another, hateful in every sense of the begotten word, and hating one another, no future, consistently negative. Whenever you go out, you can't even see anybody that are positive people anymore. Have you noticed that?
Right.
Everyone's angry, and people of different colors, they're looking at each other and they're starting to have hostility that hasn't existed in so many years because this is part of the war that they're perpetrating upon us. Really, the people don't have a problem. We all love God. We all want a better future. Some of us are believing into the lies that are being sold, but really the future that is being stolen from us is the most concerning thing that we all deserve, and that is this great technological future that China is stealing, is literally stealing out from us. It's ours to have. It's just like when we got the atomic bomb first, and what did we do with it? We ended the World War II with it. And the thing is we could have actually taken over the entire world, but instead we just chose peace. And if we don't get it first, whichever nation that gets that first, do you think China will choose peace when it is in such a predicament?
Probably not.
Exactly. So you already know then and therefore that you'll be answering to a Chinese ruler, and they're not going to be so kind as Americans. You know how they get things done. So we better learn how to work in unison and in unity so that we can take our rightful place back as a leader of this world and show other nations how that's done. And not just to do that, but to also deal with things like global warming. When you bring in the technological future and you bring it here now and you usher it in, that makes you capable of solving big issues. Okay, that's how we do it, folks.